Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, there are no surprises here. It is what we have now come to expect. Guys, I bring you this. Nigerian officials are signing loans written in Chinese. Reps member raises alarm. So now guys, I mean, if this was happening in a movie, you would say it is too far-fetched, but then of course it is Nigeria and this is our reality. Again, the headline: Nigerian officials are signing loans written in Chinese. Reps member raises alarm. So now let's now see exactly what is going on here. Ben Abakpa, the lawmaker representing Ethiopia Federal Constituency, has alleged that Nigerian officials are signing loan documents from China written in the Chinese language. Also, records from Nigeria's Debt Management Office (DMO) revealed that the People's Republic of China emerged Nigeria's major creditor under the bilateral deals with $2.3 billion out of $3.3 billion. Recently, Mr. Abakpa asked the House of Representatives to investigate the loans received from China since 2002. However, the lawmaker reiterated this on Thursday when he appeared on Channels Television. Mr. Abakpa claimed that the National Assembly is not carried along when the country takes loans from China. Just told you that even the Bureau of Public Procurement is not aware of these loans. These loans are collected from the Chinese through the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, which is CCECC. According to him, they bring the bill through the executive order. Nobody looks into the bill. Nobody says if these projects are overpriced, but from what we have seen from other countries, the Chinese loans are overpriced. Some of these agreements are actually signed when they come in Chinese language. I am very sure that our people don't know this. We've taken 17 and then that's ... The National Assembly is kept in the dark. They don't know what is happening. He said the present administration, having campaigned with an anti-corruption mantra, should do better in checking these loans, as corruption is fueled by awarding of contracts. Whilst admitting that the National Assembly may not have done the right things over the years, he added that whatever has been done in the past that is not correct needs to be corrected. Speaking concerning the 2020 budget, Ibakpa said little is known about how the money is being spent. We are taking about over 2 trillion appropriated from debt servicing. We appropriate and we don't know how this money is being spent. That means we have to look into what has been happening since 2002. So it is staggering but not surprising. So just imagine that they take this overpriced loans from China, which already is a concern. And when you're talking overpriced, we're not talking about the extra 2 kobo being added on top. We're talking about 100 times what the actual value of that loan should be, or that project that they are committing the loans to should cost. So that is the one concern. And then they are then signing these loans in a language that none of them understand. So I mean, Malam Buhari will struggle to read through the English language, never mind having to sign a document written in Chinese. So they are signing now these loans that are taken out in a Chinese language, which they don't even understand the rudimentaries of it, never mind understanding the nuances of it. And a legal document, of course, is all about nuances. So that is the real concern. So effectively does mortgaging the whole country away. And then the added on extra that this guy has added is that there's no oversight even on this project. These things don't even go through the Senate to be discussed and debated before it is signed off. So an overpriced loan that is overpriced by at least 100%, I mean 100-fold, not 100%, that is overpriced by at least 100 fold for projects that has not been identified, signed in a language that nobody can read or understand. So this is now what is going on in Nigeria under this anti-corruption regime that we are now being blessed with within the Nigerian space. I mean, just imagine that. So where are these projects? Nobody knows. Where is the money? Nobody knows, because this guy is now saying the money is just appropriated and spent without any recourse to the Senate. So what exactly is the purpose of the Senate in Nigeria is really where the question is. I mean, that's not just where the question is, but it's really one of the questions that's now coming out, really, especially under this regime, when they just do everything by fiat and by executive order, and by the president say so, and by the president saying so, of course, that means Abakari said so. So imagine the volume of money that these people are now just gorging from China, signing it off in a language that they don't understand, and disappearing the money. So trillions and trillions of naira, of course, has gone, and there's no impact within the Nigerian space that can be identified as the spend of that money. This is really where this thing is. So I mean, it is surprising, but not, it is alarming rather, but not surprising. It does alarm that somebody would sign a document in a language that they don't understand. It does alarm, but it doesn't surprise that that happens within the Nigerian space, because of course the Nigerian space is a special case. I mean, even a basket case, really, if we are being honest with ourselves. It's a basket case amongst the Committee of Nations, and people just take anyhow and do anyhow and act anyhow, and that anyhowness that is now the Nigerian template is now what is, it befuddles the mind and scrambles the brain. But then of course it only befuddles you and scrambles your brain if you are allowing yourself to use your learned mind to apply some sort of like a due process understanding to how things function within the Nigerian space. Things don't function within the Nigerian space in accordance with any sort of sense of due process or any form of order or legality or legitimacy or anything. It's I mean, you hear that word bandied around a lot, but this is an example now that really captures the very essence of it. It's a Janjaweed mindset. This is really what is going on here. The Fulani elements that have seized control of that country, their own understanding is that they have gone to war, they have attained victory, and then all the spoils of war is theirs to gorge on. So effectively, the Nigerian economy is spoils of war to Malam Buhari and their acolytes, and they will mortgage the whole of the country, and once the country collapses, they'll just move to the Middle East or to their relatives in back to their homestead in Niger Republic and Chad, etc. Because these people, of course, they span the whole of the West African region, and a lot of them are not necessarily even domiciled within the Nigerian space historically. So they have no affinity, they have no sense of any this Nigerianness that you people seem to be obsessed with. Their own thing is that they have gone to war, they have won a victory, and everything that is there is to enslave, to gorge, and to exploit to the fullest. Conversations in the comment section, the Nigerian government is signing documents in Chinese, but then of course it doesn't really matter which language the document is in. The same result is the same result. The looting continues. Come share thoughts, but before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me what you are making of now this new discovery of these loans being signed in Chinese in the comment section. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.
Well, for one, the committee, the National Assembly is kept in the dark in all these loans. The National Assembly is not part of it. I just told you that even the Bureau for Public Procurement is not aware of this loan. These loans are collected. The Chinese, through the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, which is CCECC, they bring a bill. The executive, the federal executive, approved the bill. They don't even, nobody looks into the bill. Nobody says if these projects are overpriced. But from what we have seen from other countries, the Chinese loans are overpriced. And these people are very corrupt. This is an administration that came into office with one serious agenda about corruption, anti-corruption. And I believe that corruption is actually fueled by contracts. And if these people, Chinese, can just come to Nigeria, give us a bill, and we go, and some of these agreements are actually signed, they come in Chinese language. I am very sure that our people don't even know it. In railway alone, we've taken 17 billion in the course of this present administration. And like you said, what have the House committees been doing? The best time to start